Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life and finances. My name is Yamitra Jojo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? I hope you guys are excited about getting the morning started. I hope you are ready to get the day started. Can you guys see me? Is it a little dark? Let me turn on the extra light. The extra light there. Does that help? Good morning. Good morning. And how do you do? Y'all remember that cheer? I'd like to introduce myself to you. Well, y'all know me as JoJo. Other people know me as Yanmitra. Some people know me as Louise. But they're all the same. I'm all from Union Mills. But thank you guys for always joining us first thing in the morning for the Fearless Morning Show. And for sharing our message and sharing the videos and making sure that it's great. We greatly appreciate it. I know I do. Thank you, Kim. I turned on the extra light because I felt like it was dark. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. You're gonna have people out there thinking you have all these aliases with all these names.
Girl,
Right?
they all my name. That's the problem.
Right. I know the feeling. Oh, guys, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us. It's Friday. Yes, we're hyped today. We should be hyped every day if you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in your life, right? And your finances.
That's right.
That's the truth, that part, guys. Good morning, Kim. Thank you so much for joining us, guys, today. Whew, I am excited about this quote that I want to share with you. And because the reason I'm excited about it is because it also spoke to me this morning. And the quote reads, "All difficult things have their origin in that which is easy, and great things in that which is small." And that's by Lao Cha. That's Chinese.
Say it again.
All difficult things have their origin in that which is easy, and great things in that which is small. Case in point, and I know y'all be like, why does girl always going back to math class? But y'all remember in math class how the teacher would start out with the easy problems first? And you'll be like, oh yeah, I got this. Start out with the easy problems first. And then by the time you get to the end, to the end, question number 23, number 24, it's gotten so much more difficult. But there was a reason for doing that, because you're taking those steps to get to the next. So, and that's the beauty of it, guys. One of the things that I wanted to share is that sometimes you look at something, and because we see that it is a difficult thing, many of us will shy away from it. We see it as a hard task, an arduous task, or something that could possibly be hard work, and we'll shy away from it. But the thing that we need to now recognize is that it starts out with the simple things to get to the great things, right? It starts out with the easy thing to master the difficult thing. So it's all in how you look at those things, guys. It's all in introspect. How do you internalize that? How do you now go about achieving those things? And that was by Lao Cha.
And that's the same as, as a kid. Life is easy as a kid. Girl, you think it's great. You cannot wait to be an adult. Yeah. And then adulthood happens and you be like, I don't like this. I'm going to go back the other way.
Right, but we got to recognize, guys, you can't go back. So once you come out, you can't go back. So what are the things you can do now to help you to keep pushing forward? See, that's what's most important, that part, right? That part is that you keep pushing forward. So I posted this morning my topic. I don't know if you guys saw the topic this morning, but the thing that I wanted to deal with this morning, and I feel that I need to give a little disclaimer here, give a little caveat before I get started, because I know some people gonna get mad, and I don't want to hear from you if you get mad. Let me just say that. And I'm not talking about to make a decision mad. If you're making a decision mad, that's cool. But I don't want to talk to those people who are going to be the negative Nellies, those negative no sayers, those people who say, well, I can't control this. That's not what I'm asking you to do. So my topic today is things poor people do that the rich don't. And why am I, you say, Leah, why are you sharing this? I'm sharing this for the people who are on the path to achieving success. I'm sharing this because there are ebbs and flows in everything that you do. Sometimes you're going to be up, sometimes you're going to be down. I'm sharing this as a checklist so you can go back and check yourself and make sure you're not falling back into these habits, because your habits and behaviors and your daily routines are very important and when it comes to your success and the level of success that you achieve. So I'm having this conversation with you guys as a way to check yourself before you wreck yourself. We did that topic too, right? We did that one before. But how do you now get through this process so that you can be aware if you start to slip or fall or you start to shift, you can make those changes because you've now recognized it and you had this conversation. See, that's what I'm talking about today. Right, you're on the path. That's right, Kim. That is exactly right. So these are the things that poor people do that the rich don't. And this is where we need to recognize and start having this conversation with ourselves. So guys, the first thing, and we've said it here before, the first thing, the number one thing that poor people do that the rich don't is watch TV. Wasting your time sitting on the couch knowing what every celebrity is doing. That celebrity gossip does nothing for you, puts nothing in your pocket, but I guarantee you it puts something in that celebrity's pocket. So it's time for you to change the game, right, guys? Don't just sit there on that couch. And a lot of
every
us
day.
oftentimes, yeah, we'll use TV to disconnect from our situation. And instead of disconnecting from your situation, you actually need to be focusing on it and figuring out how you're going to overcome that situation. How are you going to come out of that situation? So we need to start looking at things differently. Guys, and the beauty of this is you don't have to miss anything that's going out there. You have your smartphone. You can just quickly go down through, get you one of those little subtitles, notification that's telling you what's happening in the real world. And you don't have to spend your time sitting there, right, watching TV. Now, don't waste your time on the phone either. Just do a quick little snippet, a quick little rundown of what's happening out there in the world. Quickly go and check.
Film is a wonderful app for that.
It is, absolutely. Good morning, Carl. Thank you for joining us, guys. So we have to be relentless in this process. See, we're talking about the things that poor people do that the rich don't. And we got to recognize this. And like Kim said, she's on the path. If you're on this path to achieving success, use this list to check yourself. Make sure you're not doing those things. Make sure you're not falling back into the traps of the old way, right? Because we're developing new ways of thinking, new ways of doing things, new patterns, new behaviors, right? And when you do that, it's, oh goodness, it got me on the song. What's that song? I moved from my old house. I moved.
Yeah, I forgot about that song.
We moving, y'all. I'm sorry, I had to go there for a second. That's where my mind took me in that moment. But guys, we got to recognize there are things that we need to do differently and stop wasting your time with TV. See, what you got to recognize, and a lot of us, we have our favorite channel. And I know, guys, because I used to be the Thursday night queen. Shonda Rhimes was on fire on Thursday night at one time. She had the whole rundown, show after show, and you had to sit there and watch what was going on. At least that was the way I felt. And then I recognized, I was like, wait a minute. And then I also saw the post. Somebody said, you'll sit there and you'll watch Empire, but you won't take time to build your own. I was like, somebody shut it down for us, right?
She took somebody had clean off right there on the side.
Exactly, guys. So we have to be more intentional. I'm
trying
not to
time,
but sometimes you gotta be hurt to move to your next. Pain is what pushes you to move.
Got to be more intentional.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And this one is gonna hurt somebody too. And I struggled with this. I said, should I say this? Lynn, should you say it? I said, no, I ain't gonna say it, right? Should I say it? But guys, this
Yeah,
is
go
number
ahead.
two. This is what the poor people do that the rich don't, and that's eat fast food. Do you know what's in your food when you go to the fast food restaurants? Do you
Mhm.
really know what you're consuming? Do you really know what you're putting in your body? Do you really know what the carcinogens are, right? That are
Mhm.
inside of those foods that you're consuming, guys? See, our brain needs the right type of food so that it can give the right type of output, right? So when we're thinking
Mhm.
through situations, so we don't have that brain fog, right? Because we can get there, especially when you sometimes we'll blame it on aging. Oh, I'm getting old, my brain, I can't remember stuff. No, it's the stuff you putting in there, right? It's the things that you're putting in there and the way that you're going about doing things. So we ultimately, guys, that fast food, we got to leave it alone. Poor people, we blast our brains with non-nutritional values,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
And I was picking at JoJo about that carrot hot dog the other day, but oftentimes, sometimes it takes you eating that carrot because you know what's in there. Right? You know what's in there. I mean, guys, there's so many things, and the thing that I hear from a lot of people is it costs too much to eat healthy. Baby, go back and do the math. Go back and go through all those medical bills that people don't want to pay, that's ruining their credit reports because they didn't take care of themselves on the front end. See, now I'm not saying this applies to 100% of people, but 99% of the stuff, y'all, we can control. How about that part? Right? So we got to figure out, how do we do things better as we're on this path to achieve success. I'm not talking to my negative Nelly today. I'm not talking to my people who not going anywhere. I'm talking to my people who are moving up, who are leveling up, who want to achieve success. So you check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't fall back into these old patterns and old behaviors. And there's some things, there are simple steps, easy things that we can do. Remember, we said it first in the quote this morning: all difficult things have their origin in that which is easy.
Mm.
I
Well.
just I knew you were gonna say that. I was just pausing for the cause. Pausing for the cause, right? God, the next thing that I need to share with you. Good morning, Sandra. Thank you for joining. Y'all go follow Sandra if you're not following her. That's our warrior right there. That's the workout warrior right there. You go and watch her. That's my girl. But guys, look, the poor wake up later than the rich. Now, come on. The poor wake up later than the rich. Why? Especially in their youth. Remember when you were younger, you had that friend, you try to call them early in the morning and they won't answer the phone because they still sleep.
And will
Right?
get angry at you, like
Right?
put you out.
Exactly. See, those are no longer my friends. Let me just say that part, right? Because all
Mm.
my friends know that I'm an early riser, and if I need you early in the morning, JoJo knows. She be like, "Girl, why are you texting me at?"
And look, I'll be right up with you.
Exactly, because you're responding and answering. But guys, the thing that we have to recognize here is poor people wake up later than the rich people. You got to get up and gain wealth while you can. Don't allow your best hours to go past and you're sleeping those away. That's what I'm saying today. Now, and get your children too, guys, so they can get focused on them. Don't let those babies lay in the bed and sleep to 11 and 12 o'clock in the day when there's things that they can be doing to build, to build their life, to build their legacy, to change the way that they've done things in the past. Guys, break that cycle. See, I told y'all ain't gonna like me this morning, guys, but these are things. I'm talking to my crew. I'm talking to the people who are ready to achieve success or who are on their path to leveling up. That's who I'm talking to today. If you mad, you're not part of my crew, right? If you mad, you're not part of my crew, because that the people who recognize this know that it is the truth, right? We recognize this is for the truth, and we're going to use this list to check ourselves and make sure we don't fall back into these same patterns of
Yes,
behaviors and
yes.
to get to our next. And guys, oh. See, they really about to be mad at me right now. And I thought long and hard about sharing this one too. But poor people are really into sports. Not out there on the field first, not out there hitting the ball, not out there shooting the goal, but we can tell you everybody's stats. We can tell you what everybody's 0-6 opportunity is. We
I
can
can't
tell
even,
you
let me
all
tell
of
you
that.
something that's my pet peeve.
But somebody can't even go in there and tell me right now what their net worth is, because they don't even know what's in their bank account. All they know is they got a negative number because something bounced, but they don't know, right? You're using sports as a way to escape your current reality, as opposed to working on it so you can get better. See, guys, I'm talking to my people who are on the path to success. I'm not talking to my negative Nellies. I'm not talking to those people who are not ready to change. I'm talking about the people who don't want to fall back into those old patterns and behaviors.
Mm-hmm.
See, apparently there are some mad people today, because this video right here should be overloaded, right? As we're talking about moving to our next, as we're talking about leveling up, as we're talking about, right? JoJo gonna be talking about it, pushing past crazy. Y'all, that's crazy. This the real crazy in your life. Guys, and the other thing, this is the last one I'm gonna drop on y'all. I got a few more, but let me just drop this last one on you for today, and then I won't hurt you anymore today if this is you. But what you need to recognize is you're not hurt if you're on the path to achieving something. You're not hurt by any of this. You're not taking offense to any of this if you're on the path to doing things differently. But guys, poor people blame others for their misfortune.
You better preach and drop the mic. You ain't gotta say nothing else. Nothing, as my grandfather used to say. Nothing else.
Guys, as I said earlier, you cannot control every situation. I get that. You cannot control every situation, but dare I say 99% of it is within your control. And once you recognize that and understand, life is not what happens to you, but how you respond to what happens to you, how you now take action in regards to that situation. See, that changes. That's how you take control. Instead of sitting there blaming everything on the man, blaming everything on the government, blaming everything on your mama, blaming everything on you, fill in the blank. We cannot continue to place the blame on others. See, rich people don't place blame. So we got to figure out how to do things differently, y'all. I said I wasn't going to say no more, but I think I got one more I want to put out there today, y'all. Poor people don't save money. You don't save your money for a rainy day because you don't think it's going to rain, right? Or you don't care that it's going to rain. You just let it rain and you
it's already raining and you like, what the hell? And let it keep raining.
I'm already wet. What do I need to get an umbrella for? See, your savings account is your umbrella when it's raining on you. But if it's already raining on you and you don't care, what do you care about? Putting together a saving. See, guys, the exact opposite happens with the rich. So when they hit in a stumbling place, they have an account that they can go to that's going to help them, and nothing else has changed. See, they can continue to keep pushing forward. See, we have to recognize and identify what are those safety nets we need to put in place for ourselves. And how do we now transition? How do we transform our lives so that we can have those safety nets in place, right? How do we put those things in place, guys? Let me tell you a couple of things. And I wasn't going to do that today, but let me go ahead and do it. The first thing you got to do, guys, is stick with a routine. You got to have a real strategy. You need a real plan to get through from your day-to-day in your life and your finances. Think about it this way. Nobody goes to war without a plan. When you hear about World War II, you can go back and actually see what the plan was for them to actually go to war. Or when we had there's so many different wars that we can even go back and actually look at what plan was laid up in place, whether the president, made an executive decision or not. But what was the plan to go to war? The same thing needs to happen in your life. You need to have a plan. You need to have a strategy. And I love that Eric Thomas said, you don't just go out there like Arnold Schwarzenegger and just shoot up and think you're going to hit somebody. Don't tow up everything in the way of you just going out there without a strategy. But you got to be strategic. You got to go to the top floor. You got to get set up. You got to get your scope. And you keep there and you sit there until your target comes into place, and then you shoot it. See, guys, we need a strategy. We need a plan. You got to have a routine. See, I'm not talking to everybody. I'm talking to those people who are on the path to achieving success so that you can do the things that you need to do to get to your next. And then check yourself, because sometimes we do fall down, right? But you got to get back up. See, that's why I'm the financial rebound coach, guys, because things happen. You fall down, but you got to have a way to come back.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
See, you need that routine. You need to have a strategy. Everything must be strategic. And if you continue to go out there, guys, when you have that plan, y'all know I taught biology, right? I taught biology. So when you have a plan, when you have a strategy, the DNA of your success is in your routine, right? The DNA, if you know what your DNA is in your body, your DNA tells you everything about you, right? How tall or short you're going to be, your eye color, your hair color, how long your hair will be. It tells you everything about you. And your routine is the DNA to your success as well. So what is the strategy behind the routine that you've now put in place that's going to tell you what are the things you need to do? And if there's, in the beauty of it, guys, in the DNA, if something happens, if something changes, if there's some type of mishap, it still creates something, right? It still creates something different. So in your DNA, you can create Down syndrome, or you can create all these other mishaps in the genes, right? The same thing needs to occur within your plan, within your strategy. You need a plan A and a plan B, right? So when things do happen, you have a way to counter that. See, that's how you transform your life. But like I said, this message is not for everybody. This is for the people who are on the path to achieving success, because you got to have a certain level of mindset to go with me. You can't just come up here running up in these streets thinking you about to flow with Lynn and JoJo if you don't have the right mindset in place. See, guys, we're talking about transformation, changing lives, right? To your next level, all the way up, right?
That circle ain't no joke, y'all.
No, it's not. It is not. And that's what you must recognize. And we say it all the time. If you got 4 broke friends, you number 5, baby.
If you ain't number 1. I'm just saying, Lynn, I just like to add to your list is that, so when you ain't got that right money mindset and you get paid, you feel like you need to spend every dime of your paycheck because it hit your account. You don't understand just letting it sit in there. Now you done had no problem using your card when you didn't have no money. Right. But if you got some money, now you feel like you got to swipe it down to the penny. You don't have to spend all your money because you got your paycheck today.
So since you brought that one up, I might as well go ahead and get them this last one, guys. See, like I said, these are things poor people do, not the rich. These, I can't stress enough that this message is not for everybody. This is not for the faint of heart. This is not for those people who are not ready to go to their next level. Good morning, Ladavia. Good morning,
Good
Catherine.
morning.
Thank you for joining us, guys. Looking at this, we're talking about ways for people who are achieving success, for those people who are on the path to their greatness. How do you continue to make sure you stay on the path? How do you check yourself? These are the checklist items we went over this morning. And if you missed it earlier, go back and look at it, because I'm saying we dropped some nugget bombs over here today. right? Some things that might hurt some feelings if you're not in the right place. If you have not positioned yourself in your mind that you're ready to level up, then this is not the video for you. And I'm just going to tell you right now that you might as well leave, because we're speaking the truth over here. And these are some things that are hurtful for people because they have not recognized and they're not managing money in the right way in their lives. Guys, and the last thing I want to say, poor people use credit cards to take out loans, or you take out loans to do all these other things. You take out a loan to buy a big TV, or you take out a loan to buy a car, right? All these other things that are not going to make you money. Now, if you're taking out that loan to buy that car, and that car is going to make you money, then that's awesome, right? That is what you should be doing. See, that's how the rich do it, guys. They leverage other people's money to get what they need. See, once we master that, that's where the rubber hits the road. We have to master the concept of leveraging other people's money, because you'll sit there in a heartbeat and you'll tell me, well, Lynn, I don't have the money to do this. Well, guys, we got to think. We have to be creative in the way that we go about doing things. We must start thinking outside of the box, because doing things the way that you've always done and thinking you're going to get something different is not going to happen. So recognizing and identifying with the fact that if you're on this path to success, there are things that you must do and do differently. And as absolutely, as we said, surround yourself with other people who are thinking differently. This is going to force you to do things differently. As we said earlier, you got 4 broke friends, chances are you are number 5. JoJo said, doggone it, you number 1, leading the pack. What? Right? And the thing about it, oftentimes, guys, and the rich people don't do this at all. Poor people will spend money before they have it and say they balling. Go out there and spend up your money before you even get it, before it even comes, and you don't know what's about to come up. You haven't made any plans. You haven't been strategic in any of the outreach that you're going to do, but you'll go ahead and take care of that situation in advance and don't even have the money. Then you end up even in a worse situation. And then you wondering why Bank of America or SunTrust or whoever you with charge you that negative $35 fee because you had insufficient funds. See, guys, we got to do things differently. We must do things differently. And as I said earlier, this conversation is not for the faint of heart. This is not for the people who are not ready to go to their next. This conversation is for those people who say that I can control my situation. And no, not everyone can control their situation. You cannot control everything, but you do, and you can control 99% of things that are happening to you. Hashtag that part, right?
That's right.
So we must figure out, we must be strategic, guys, in the things that we do to get to our next. Transform your life. Get a routine. Get a routine. Master the basics. Guys, you are not going, if you cannot manage a little money now, do you think you're going to be able to manage a lot of money later? If you can't manage it now, do you think you're going to be able to do it later? Let me tell you right up front, no, you will not. So you must master a little before you can master a lot. And then once you learn how to master that, once you learn how to manage that, guys, then more is attracted to you. See, money is attracted to those who know how to use it. And money is a tool, and there are rules to this game. It's as simple as that. And once you learn the rules to the game, then you can make your money, keep your money, use your money. That's what we're talking about over here, y'all. And if you're ready to have a conversation, you say, Lynn, I need some help getting to my next, guys. Schedule a 15-minute consultation with me. It's free. So we can talk about it. We can get your game plan started, because it's about a mindset. Like I said, this is not for everybody. This is only for the people who want that path or who are on the path to achieving success. bit.ly/talk to Lynn. And if you say, okay, Lynn, I'm already on the path. I need to go to my next level. Give me something to help me with investing. I got you. Go to bit.ly/7-day prep investing. See, guys, there are little things that we can do now that can really change the trajectory of the course that we on. We're talking about not just information, we're talking about transformation. Application of these things in your life will help you to get to your next. And I'm not saying that every day is going to be easy. I'm not saying that you won't fall down. That's why I'm the financial rebound coach, because sometimes you do fall down, but just know you can get back up again, right?
Right.
Get back up again. All right, guys. I'm off my soapbox. JoJo, I am so sorry. I said I was going to stop a couple of segments ago. But, guys, I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach. Yes, I said it, America's #1. And I thank you so much for joining us for this segment. And I'm passing it over to my co-host, Ms. JoJo Janitra Waddell. Yes.
Let me tell you something, Linda. Again, our topics are so. I think we be thinking that even though we don't talk every day, I think our brain waves be going the same way because our topics kind of go hand in hand. And I want to start the fearless thought of the day with the quote from my friend Pierre Satterwhite, who said, "It is not my job to feed into your doubts. It is my job to feed into your dreams and your future." And my little homeboy changed my life when he said that. Of course, he was all the way rude when he said it. He was like, "Yo, Yamitra, that's not my job."
Right.
Straight New York. Right. He was like, "Yo, that's not my job." I was like, "Oh, okay." You got to have friends like that. Yes, good morning. Yes. So the fearless thought of the day. Yesterday, I talked about you guys, you got to take this seriously. You know, you got to take seriously your predicament. What's going on? What are you going to do about it? And how are you going to make that change? Today, this is, I'm going to say Freedom Friday because, you know, it's 4th of July week. We want to set you all the way free, living past crazy in your life and your finances. So here's the question. How far down you going to go before you do something different? How far you going to let life just beat you upside, bust your head to the white meat before you do something different? How many times it gonna slap you in the back of the head, knock you over, the lights turned off, the car broke down, the dog sick, the kids won't do right, you got fired from the job, you ain't got no money. How far down is that cycle going to go before you decide you don't want to live in crazy anymore? So the reason why I'm the Live Past Crazy specialist, the only one, is because I've been through every step of that. I had it knock me all the way down to my kneecaps, and that's because I'm 5'2", and there was nowhere else to go. Let me tell you, until you take it seriously that you want to live past crazy, you want to stop living in and your crazy doesn't have to be like mine, an abusive partner. It doesn't have to be that. Your crazy could be that everything in your life is so insane and extremes you can't even put into words what your crazy is. It's your job that you hate, where you don't make enough money. You come home to your kids who get on your nerves. You come home to a husband or wife who get on your nerves and aggravate you anymore. You're at a place you don't like. You don't like your outlook. You don't like yourself. You don't like anybody or anything. And let me tell you how you know you're there. When the first thing you open up your mouth in the morning is you complaining. You got a complaint before you got a praise.
Right.
You ain't thankful that your eyes opened up. The first word out your mouth is, "Father God, I got to go to work today. I'm stressed out. This is killing me." But guys, if you don't take it seriously, it will continue. You got to take your journey seriously. A lot of people say, well, it doesn't really take all of that. It may not take all that for you. Okay, and that's fine. But what is it going to take for you to turn around and do something different? How far down into crazy are you going to go before you want to do something different? For me, if you guys don't know my penny story, for me, it was my penny story that got me to turn. There was a whole lot of things, but that's one of the things that got me to turn around when I'm looking for pennies on the ground so that I can feed my kids every day. That was my turnaround. How far down are you going to go before you decide to do something different? You got to change your mindset. You got to change your circle, because here's the thing. Again, I talk about habits. Your body and your mind is set in a habit. And when you introduce something new, it's not going to like it. Change equals challenge. And if you're changing your mindset, and the people around you are not open to that change, or you're the only person in your circle changing, they're not gonna like that either. That's why you have to substitute them out. You know how you be playing basketball and that player get tired, you gotta substitute them out. And when it comes to the draft, you gotta cut some people from your team and let some new people in. It's time for cutting season, y'all. It's time to reevaluate your circle and figure out who's going with you. And here's the thing. You have to when you start to value yourself and you start taking this seriously, then you'll start paying attention to your circle, because your circle, it has everything to do with where you're going. Period. Everything. Now you can go on this journey alone. I went on this journey pretty far by myself, but it's a lonely road, and you need some folk over there who gonna be your personal cheerleader, who gonna tell you like it is, and you need some people on there who are living above where you are right now, so that you can at least see what others are doing, because it's hard. It's hard out there. I ain't gonna lie that when you start on this journey, it's gonna be all pretty roses and all that good stuff. It's going to be work, but if you are serious, if you're committed, because there's a difference between being interested and committed. You can be interested all day long. You come on the Fearless Morning Show and listen to us every morning, and you're interested. But until you stay committed, because if you're committed, you don't have any excuses about why you're not going to live in crazy. Now, we ain't trying to say how we live or what we do is any better from anybody else. You are so free to do however you feel in life. That is up to you. As Lynn said earlier, this may not be for everybody. And if it's not for you, I appreciate you joining the Fearless Morning Show. Please come back, and we are hopeful that you will get something that will help you change your mind to start to live past crazy. But if you are that person who's ready to live past crazy in your life and your finances, then you have Lynn and I here to help you along that journey. But you have got to take it seriously. Period. If you don't, it's not going to work. If you don't take it seriously, you can talk and listen all day, and it's not going to help. For my birthday, y'all, listen, look at that. One day I'm gonna take them balloons down. Those are my birthday balloons. I took them off the chair.
Don't take them off. Let's see if they stay up till my birthday. My birthday is July 17th.
Oh yeah, they're gonna stay up. Yeah, I'm gonna put on the birthday. You want me to bring you the birthday crown, Lynn? So you can, I'm put the birthday crown on you. We're gonna pass it right along. Okay, but guys, you got to take it seriously. So the first thing is, for my birthday, I've been giving away my reading list for free. And these are some of the books that I've read when I was in crazy, going through crazy, out of crazy. Because just because you live past it doesn't mean it's not going to continue to happen. Now, when crazy comes knocking at my door, I can assess it and change it and move it around quickly than I would before. Now nothing, it doesn't catch me by surprise. I can't be like, doggone, I'm in the same crazy relationship again. Nah, dog, I recognize your patterns. I recognize your circles. And when you get good at that, life becomes a lot easier, because right now you are living in fear of, you don't know what's going to happen. You're in fear of what's already happening. You're in fear of what did happen, and you ain't even paying attention of what is happening right now. And so that stress alone makes your shoulders hurt, make your head hurt, your hair fall out, high blood pressure, stomach pain. You got all kind of fear, and stress will kill you, my friend. And you're on this good earth for a good reason. So please don't limit yourself. I'm off my soapbox about that. I just get excited because I want you guys to realize that there's so much more when you start to live past crazy than what you are accustomed to right now. So Lynn and I share our story and this information so that you do not have to. So here's my sticky for today. I have no lack. I have only abundance. I receive all my blessings, and my mindset is yes. So how far down are you gonna go before you realize those things, and before your mindset turns to yes, and that you have no lack? And as yesterday, Lynn, you said you're going to take back everything the devil stole from me. And sometimes we're giving it to him freely. He ain't got to take nothing. We walking it up to his front door, knocking, sitting down and have dinner with him, say, you can have all this, because you are doubting what you can do. So that's what Lynn and I are here for, to help you pass all of that so you don't have to live like that anymore. So I'm going to end the show with that before I keep going on my little soapbox. So, guys, thank you for joining the Fearless Morning Show. Please share the show. If your friends and family do not have Facebook, that is our YouTube channel with all of our videos on it. That's yesterday's video right there where we talk about this is serious. Your life is at stake. And Lynn's topic was how successful people get it done. So make sure you check it out. Our videos are by topic, so you can pick any topic that you want to share and share it with a friend. Learn some things. If you have questions, Lynn and I are here to help you, because that's what's most important. Now that you know, you are charged with sharing it with somebody else. Lynn, anything else before I close out?
Guys, I just need you to remember to check yourself. Go back through that checklist earlier. If you joined the show late, go back and look at the replay because we dropped some nugget bombs in there for you, especially for those who are in the mindset of leveling up and you're ready to go to your next. There's no reason for us to stay in the same situation, guys. We have to continue to go up because when I move, you move just like that. And I'm moving my community up to the next. JoJo's moving the community up to the next, guys. There's nowhere, nothing but air and opportunity, right? Remember you used to say that before you get ready to fight, ain't nothing but air and opportunity.
I was gonna say before you got ain't nothing but
right?
And I had the biggest attitude.
The same type of situation, that same type of vigor and zeal that you go into when you get ready for that fight back in the day. Let's do that same thing for your life and your finances all the way up, right?
All the way up.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, spending your time with us. We know your time is your most precious commodity, and you will not get this time back. So we appreciate you joining us every day where we are having these financial confessions and conversations about everyday life and your finances. I'm Lynn Dimmons, America's #1 financial rebound coach, guys. Yes, I said it, America's #1. Thank you so much again for joining us.
All right, guys, we hope you have an amazing weekend. We hope we have said something this week that has helped you, that at least made you think about some things. So that you got some free time this weekend. So sit down with some paper and pencil and write that thing out. Write that plan out. Write those ideas out. They can come to happen. It's up to you. Once you write it down, your mind will then know it's important to you and will conspire to make that happen. So I hope you guys have a great day. My name is Yamiche JoJo White, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? We will see you bright and early Monday morning at 7:15. Have a good one.
Sign it off.